Okay, so this is my process. I had to fucking shoot this a few times, and hopefully this camera's better and people won't bitch and complain. Here's what I've done. All 3 items are in here. I'm just gonna go through slow and show real quick an overview. All of what I got going on here. So you can kind of get a gist of my process. Okay. I gotta keep filming because this thing keeps on screwing with me. I'm gonna start from the right here. Just kind of do a quick pass by and show everyone what's going on here. Internal Revenue Service, criminal investigations. There's another one, Fresno. Timothy Geichner, Department of Treasury. IRS technical support. This is the vendor, Estrada Recovery Services. Bill Lockers, my treasurer. I appointed him as fiduciary yesterday, or a few days ago. Internal Revenue Service in Ogden, Cincinnati office, and Kansas. I heard this is a really good one to send it to. Thanks, Josh. Josh is doing real cool work too, dude. Here's the notice of tender that I have. I'm going to try to go over this as quickly as I can. I don't want to bore to death everyone, but this is what my deal is. I wrote everything by hand. Everything you see here in blue and red ink is all by hand. Put 2 stamps on every one of the instruments. Okay. Notice to agent is notice to principal. Notice to principal is notice to agent. Notice of tender for Setoff, March 20th, 2012. And I put my postmaster address on here. Attention. If for any reason you do not understand any of these statements or warnings, it is incumbent upon you to summon a superior officer, special prosecutor, federal judge, or any other competent legal counsel who will immediately explain to you the significance of this presentment as per your duties, obligations, in respect to this private and public securities instrument. Kept it real short and sweet and easy to understand. Whereas on March 20th, 2012, original instruments in the form of a money order for Setoff hereinafter tender for the Setoff of Estrada Recovery Services Incorporated, hereinafter account, were presented as follows to IRS Technical Support Division, care of UCC Contract Trust. Okay, now see what I did here? I put the address and then I put enclosures. Okay. And I always label all my documents like this when I do my lawsuits and stuff like that. Someone taught me that, so I've been using that. So I'll show you how I did that. See how this one says, watch, I'm going to flip to the next page and I'll show you the difference. Like, see, this one's marked C. This one's going to Internal Revenue Service, stop 44, and this one's marked C. So we're going to look and see, like, where's C at? Like, this one's B. Okay. Internal Revenue Service, UCC Contract Trust. Internal Revenue Service, UCC Contract Trust, B. Good, so we know we got that one in the right spot. Okay, so C is going to be, there it is, right there. C. Internal Revenue Service, stop 44. Okay, so you can kind of see where I'm going with all that. Okay, so I kind of go through. I'm going to skip one of these pages because I left my social on there. But this is for Bill Locker, that's how I did it, and then I put my social right there. You can kind of see what I did with him. The same thing, Bill Locker, public of fiduciary of Christopher Elliott Fleming. So I just kind of put the appointment on him like that. And we all know he hasn't responded yet. Here's the enclosures. Okay, what happened here is you can see on all the other documents, on all the pages I was flipping through, it always had at the bottom, it said account, it was blank, and then routing. Spencer said that you want to provide them with as much accounting information as we can so that they can process the account through the electronics funds transfer directly through a wired. But when I called, they didn't provide me with one, so I just told them, I said, hey, listen, no account or routing number provided. Contact Christina for processing payment. That's her extension number. Estrada Recovery Services, they're the last one. And they're going to get, I've actually left it off on here, I'm going to need to add that in. They are getting this They're the only one who are getting this notice of tender. This is only being sent to them. Okay? Whereas, this is the fun part. So now we're like going to create the contract. We're going to create the terms of the contract. We're operating here in a trust, so we're going to leave trust instructions. Whereas, except for value endorsement in my handwriting on this or any instrument is a promise, acceptance, and agreement that I, Christopher O'Leary, am agreeing to supply the credit necessary to fulfill the request being made by the debtor in possession at Estrada Recovery Services. Whereas accepting for value, returning for settlement means I am guaranteeing that this debt will be settled. I will extend the credit necessary and return for settlement, closure of the account, as well, and I put in quotes. This is from their own document that they sent me. That's why I quoted it. Quote, transmit an updated record of this account to the bureaus, national credit bureaus, reflecting a paid in full status and a $0 balance within 30 days of receipt of this payment, as per our contract in terms of the agreement. Questions? Please call 909-839-3313. Whereas on, I want to be a reigning honor. I want to help them. I want to help them process the payment. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to dick around and like not have it get paid. Whereas on March 20th, 2012, the tender is deemed accepted for set-off of the account pursuant to the evidence by the records enclosed herein. If any instruments or notices are not corrected within 7 days, citing the deficiencies or dishonor, etc., then they shall be deemed accepted and approved. Failure to respond within 3 to 7 business days, approximately 240 hours, that's 10 days, postmark of the presentment of this notice of tender for set-off shall cause the creditor, principal, undersigned. So now now that's a presumption. You see what I'm doing? I'm presuming here that I'm the creditor, I'm the principal, and I'm the undersigned. So if they don't, when they have to write me back and tell me, no, wait, you're not. See? That's why I like sending this notice of tender in with it, because now they have something to rebut. Now it's not just like they're just going to be sending me back my instruments to tell me, no, we're not accepting that form of payment. They have something to rebut here. I'm giving them something to argue with me about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of leaving the gates of communication open as well. Fuck, I got ADD, dude. I forgot what I was saying. What was my point? Oh, creditor, principal, undersigned. To have executed a certificate of non-response. Said certificate of non-response. So if I don't hear from them, if they don't tell me they're not going to accept it, then I'm going to be writing up a certificate of non-response, and that shall serve as evidence of the respondent's acceptance. Please feel free to call. Although any of your responses, notices, or correspondence regarding this notice of tender for set-off shall be directed to the creditor, principal, by USPS certified or registered mail at the following post. Put the straw man's name and address on there. Service by any other manner will be deemed defective on its face. Executed by King, this 20th day of March 2012. This is my will. Let it be said. Let it be done. And then signed it and sealed it. It's my, I don't know if you can see the fingerprint on there, but it's a fingerprint. Okay, so there's a notice of tender. And like I said, this notice of tender is going to be going, the only one I think that, what? This one's going to go over here, like that. So that one's going to go to Estrada. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to show real quick. This is a copy of what I've done. So I just made a copy of the envelope, like how they're sticking out right now. I did that. I stuck it in the copy machine, so you can kind of see like how there's stuff sticking out. Like there's the 1040 form and pay to at Estrada, like always. Okay. And then here I'm just going to show you guys what I actually did, so everyone knows what my acceptances look like. This is my own remedy, dude. You guys don't need to use my shit, but if you want to like use the ideas and the concepts that I'm using here, go ahead. But don't steal my words for words, because that's stupid and you don't even understand. If you don't understand it, then don't use my shit. Except for value. Whoa. Oh, this looks really blurry right now. I don't think you're able to read that. Okay, I'll try. Except for value. No, I'm not going to be able to read that. Let me pull this one out. Let me just hold up. Alright. I won't use the copy. I'm just going to show you what I did here. Okay. So this one's going for Timothy. So I put on here the name of the document, like always. Okay. Sign my name through the stamp in red and blue ink. I don't know if that makes a difference. I don't know what's going on, dude, but put my contact name, real man, real land. Accept for value. Accepting for value, returning for value, / returning for settlement. I guarantee this debt will be settled. And I will extend, let me see if I can focus it, hold on. And I will extend the credit requested, creditor exempt from levy. I am the principal and surety in regards to the commerce going on here, because I'm a people, a man, owning nothing and servant of God. Willing and trying servant of God is, I think, some of the verbiage I use on the other ones. 3/23/12, I gotta finish off that date right there, looks like. And then signed it in blue ink, which is a statutory signature. The exemption ID number is a social without dashes. So that's the Treasury Direct. That's why I put TD number, Treasury Direct number. We don't want to use Social Security number. We want to get out of that mindset. And then we're going to give trust instructions here at the bottom. Deposit to the U.S. Treasury and charge due Christopher Fleming. Nothing on the back. And then let me just get my money order real quick. And cover up my social on here real quick too. Okay. Money order.
Still taking your meds?
I left the amount blank. I crossed it out actually, if you see that. I don't know if you can see that. That I actually crossed out the amount and I initialed it. I don't want there to be any question about the amount that's going in here. And then at the bottom, just for good measure, I put international promissory note. I unconditionally promise to pay. I never got a response from that either. Okay, cool. From that traffic ticket or the parking ticket that I paid with an unconditional promise to pay. So, for deposit to U.S. Treasury, for credit to Adistrada Services, and I put the account number for Adistrada. Signed it. Most important part, without recourse. We're endorsing this instrument without recourse to this whoever's signing it. Alright, and I think that's the other element here is this one, in 1040 ES form. The reason why we're using the 1040 ES is because when it gets to the Treasury, they're going to need some kind of. They already have our negotiable instrument here, but then they're going to need something to process the account with. So that's why we're providing them with the straw man's name, full legal name for the straw man address. Don't do any of that Republic, non-domestic delivery shit. This is an IRS 1040 form, okay? And 1099, or 1099 ES, so, and then I just put the social security number. I didn't put dashes, I just left spaces on there too. So I don't know if that's going to make any difference or what's going to happen with all that. But then I'm gonna package all these up right now, and then I'm just going to drop all these in the mail. So I'm documenting everything. Everything! So. Yeah, but it's taken me like 3 days to do all this. It's been ridiculous. And the next one I'm not going to do so crazy, but. Witness my hand and my seal on all these documents right here. They're all enclosed with documentations, and you've seen me package them all up, and they're all closed and sealed, and they're all ready to go?
Yes.
All these documents?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Joker, let's go. Heavy ones. This is documentation that there's. This is like me swearing that I posted the correct amount of postage on the documents and has mailed them to this location. It's just like a notary's certificate of mailing. Sealed. Sealed. Okay, proper postage. Sealed. Okay. Internal Revenue Service, Cincinnati. Proper postage. Sealed. Internal Revenue Service. Proper postage. Under the weight. Sealed. Sealed. $1.3, okay, so I guess after it's over 1 ounce, we're going to need more stamps, so that's what we've done. We've provided extra stamps here. We got a 20-cent stamp, plus a forever stamp, okay? Sealed. This has a notice of tender added to it. Strata. 1.1, just a hair over. Okay, sealed. Now we're going to go drop these right into the freaking mail. Yeah. Get over here. Come on. Come here. Hey, get over here. All right. All right, watch. IRS Technical Support Division. Okay. Sealed, stamped. Into the fucking mail slot it goes. Okay, watch. Here we go. Bam. Internal Revenue Service. Investigations, stamped, sealed, mailed. Bill Locker, fiduciary for Christopher, stamped, sealed, okay, mailed. IRS access stop, 1040, postage, sealed. Joker, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Sit. Down. Stare at the move. Internal Revenue Service, P.O. Box, stamped, sealed. Mailed. Internal Revenue Service. Ogden, Utah. Stamped. Sealed. Mailed. Timothy F. Geichner. Stamped. Sealed. Mailed. Internal Revenue Services, Access Stop, Fresno, stamped, sealed, mailed. For the vendor. Okay, there you go. Don't say you didn't fucking receive my payment, dude. If you refuse this payment, if you send it back, it's still good. I don't give a fuck, dude. You're taking this shit. Sealed, stamped, proper postage. Nailed. Alright, that's it. Let's go. Found a scooter. Come on. Let's go. Come on.